right, man. So Lil Durk, it is being put out there that they have several witnesses that's willing to cooperate against Lil Durk. Now, at the end of the day, this can be a scare tactic, but more than likely, it's not. So let's talk about it. Check out the Real 101 playlist, music or the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All right. So says Lil Durk faces federal trial as prosecutors outline witness strategy. Lil Durk is moving closer to a federal trial in Los Angeles as prosecutors reveal plans to call cooperating witnesses who they say will testify that the rapper organized and fronted the money for a deadly 2022 ambush linked to a feud with Quando Rondo. Federal prosecutors gave up the details of their witness strategy in a new court filing this week while opposing defense efforts to block key testimonies. According to the filing, insiders are expected to describe how the alleged plot was planned, funded, and carried out, with prosecutors claiming Lil Durk is the kingpin behind the move. All hip-hop notes that the charges are linked to the August 22 killing of Lil Pab, a cousin of rapper Quando Rondo, who was shot near a Beverly Hills gas station. Prosecutors allege the killing was retaliation connected to 2020 death of Chicago rapper King Von, a close associate of Durk, while intensifying tensions between rival camps. Grab more details here. So basically, if you want to know what this is about, from my research, this is all about King Von wanted a feature from NBA YoungBoy. He didn't get a feature from NBA YoungBoy, so a feud ensued. That's pretty much what this is about. This is over NBA YoungBoy not giving King Von a feature, and it manifested into this. This is what it manifested into, a beef. You know, and like I said, a lot of times it boils down to a woman or it boils down to some money. And here it's pretty much about the feature. Even if you dig a little bit deeper, Young Thug was talking stuff on his phone call about Lil Durk, about how Lil Durk was acting funny about a feature that he requested from him. And I get it. You know, this is supposed to be your man. He asked me for a feature. He did it. And one of the things that life showed me about people that you are associated with, you could be close to, it could be family or anything in between, right? One thing life showed me was this. You expect what you would do from somebody from them. So if you do something solid for somebody out of the kindness of your heart, you expect them to, at least reciprocate in exchange of favor. But what life has showed me is that me expecting, somebody to do right by me because I do right by them, it don't go that way. And we all heard some of the people had them stories, and maybe we all had those stories. Like, you know what? I looked out for dog. I looked out for you when nobody else wouldn't. Dude be like, well, ain't nobody asked you to do that. You did that on your own. That's one of the most ungrateful things a person can say. And that's one thing that people don't realize about it too, is that how ungrateful most people around you are. So, the whole thing about it is you think y'all tight, you think you close. I've been there, done that before. That's why I don't keep people around me. I don't call people friends, associates, nothing. I really just do my own thing because you be thinking people around you is 100, but in reality, you know what I'm saying? They ain't 100. In reality, they not 100. When you do right, you be like, okay, at least, I ain't looking for you to do. If I gave you 100,000, I ain't looking for you to give me 100,000, but shit, show me some type of love. You feel what I'm saying? And what you find out in a lot of these situations is that, most people just around you, because it's beneficial for them. They don't fuck with you like that. They don't fuck with you like that. And that's what you have to, the signs are always there. A lot of motherfuckers envy you, to envy what you got, even if they got more than you and all that. So Lil Durk had to, all this over a feature. And then, Von was a wild one. This is why I remember Deshaun Jackson said his daddy set him down and told him something. He told him, the receiver that played in the league, he said, my daddy told me everybody can't go. He said, my daddy told me everybody can't go. And Lil Durk, that's his downfall. All these people around you, you think they solid. You bought niggas homes, and he had the one cousin that said, you know, or his associate that he looked out for, bought a house, or looked out. I looked out for him when he got out of prison, and everybody said that's the one that snitched on him. He pretty much said that, you know, it wasn't him. He said, when the time come, y'all gonna see it wasn't me. That's what he said. He said, when the time come, y'all gonna see I ain't the one that snitched. So now the time is here. And the more people you got around you, the more susceptible you are to getting stabbed in the back. The more susceptible you are to hurt. And that's why I tell people, like, I did a video on the main channel about Stefan Diggs and the chef. The more women you have around you, the more higher probability you have getting in trouble. And the same thing, the more people you keep around you, the more probability you gonna get in trouble. It ain't that many good people out here. Just to keep it a bean, it ain't that many good people out there. Most of these people around you to hurt you, to benefit off of you, to stab you in the back, the whole nine. So Lil Durk, I remember, you know, Wallow was telling him, you know, change your ways. Change your ways. And, you know, realistically, he had all these guys in $1 million worth of game. He had all these guys in his interview on $1 million worth of game. He had all these guys. And you think about it, if you have 10, 15 guys with you, they're going to tell on you. They're going to tell on you. That's the reality of it. No matter if you did something for these dudes or not, how thorough they are, how they checked out. One of these guys is going to take you down, bro. It's because they jealous of what you got. They got jammed up. And a lot of times, believe it or not, they're jealous of what you got. They want to be you. I mean, I always bring up this point in some of my videos lately. If you ever watch State Property, peep how, you know, Memphis Bleak was hating on Beans. His character was hating on Beans. He looked out for him. Some people just want to be the man, even if they don't have the tools to be the man. And more than likely, he going down. And I think, man, he ain't a bad guy, to be honest with you. Smart kid, grew up in gang culture. His father should have told him to go the other way. He seen what happened to his father, but he felt like it was the birthright that he be in this shit. And him, you know, caring what other people think, like that rapper TK is gonna land him in jail for the rest of his life, more than likely. You can't just get out that shit. You know, Durk really in that shit, I can tell. You can't just jump in and jump out like hopscotch. You can tell. Because he could have just ran away and just did his own. He had to get payback for King Von. And I don't even think him and King Von was on the same wavelength. I think he was on some, you know, I'm ready to change, be a better man, but this is who he is. And he cared more about what the city of Chicago thought about his reputation than anything. And you look at Gunna, you look at Young Thug, you look at 21 Savage. Watch how they career, you know, they got theirs. More than likely, Durk's career was at the pinnacle. At some point, you had to turn the leaf and become a family man and be a real dude. But your past is always going to catch up with you. All them dudes around him still moving like that with all the knowledge that he got and all the experience that he got. He had no way but to go down, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate. If he didn't slide on old boy, not only, you know, don't worry about the people that buy the records think or spend, you know, get your streams think. You worry about these guys in this room think. He worried about what the city of Chicago think. He made it out but didn't make it out. So don't let that go over your head. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the music entertainment playlist. Hit the link tree, it's the first link in the description. Join the Patreon, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole nine. Peace.